In a busy intergalactic hospital, the atmosphere buzzed with excitement. Alien doctors of various species moved swiftly, preparing for a unique examination. Today, they were going to assess a human, a Deathworlder from Earth named Alex. The alien medical team had heard stories about humans, known for their resilience, but they had never encountered one up close. Dr. Ziltra, the lead physician, stood at the front of the room. She was a tall, blue-skinned creature with 3 eyes and a long, thin tail. Her colleagues, a mix of different alien species, looked at her with anticipation. They were all curious about this human and eager to learn how he survived in such a harsh environment. "Remember," Ziltra said, her voice steady, "humans are different from us. They may look fragile, but they have a strength we cannot see." The other doctors nodded, some whispering amongst themselves. They had heard tales of humans battling wild beasts and enduring extreme conditions, but witnessing it firsthand was something else entirely. As the doors slid open, Alex walked in. He was a tall man with a muscular build, his face showing signs of wear from a hard life. His clothes were simple, a faded t-shirt and cargo pants. The doctors noticed his deep scars and the roughness of his skin, signs of a life filled with challenges. Alex smiled, trying to ease the tension in the room. "Hi there. I'm ready for my checkup," he said cheerfully. Ziltra and her team exchanged glances. They were amazed at how relaxed he seemed. It was as if he did not understand the gravity of the situation. They had prepared themselves for a complicated examination, expecting Alex to be nervous, but he was not. As the examination began, Ziltra asked Alex questions about his life on Earth. He spoke about surviving in a world filled with dangerous animals, unpredictable weather, and many other risks. The doctors listened intently, their interest growing. Alex described how he had once fallen from a great height while rock climbing and walked away with just a few bruises. Suddenly, the atmosphere shifted. Ziltra and her team were eager to show Alex their latest medical technology, a new device that could heal injuries almost instantly. They thought it would impress him. Ziltra activated the device, and the room filled with a soft, glowing light. "Watch closely," she instructed. "This will demonstrate our advanced healing techniques." But just as Ziltra was about to make her demonstration, a sudden loud noise echoed through the hospital. An emergency alarm blared, startling everyone. The lights flickered, and the room trembled. A heavy power surge caused the medical equipment to malfunction. "Everyone, stay calm," Ziltra shouted, trying to regain control. However, chaos ensued. Medical devices began to spark and sputter, and a large machine toppled over, heading straight for Alex. Time seemed to slow down as the other doctors shouted warnings. Alex, sensing danger, turned to escape, but it was too late. The heavy machine crashed down, striking him hard on the back. A collective gasp filled the room as everyone froze, horrified. Ziltra rushed to Alex's side, her heart racing. The other doctors quickly assessed the damage. Alex lay on the ground, motionless, and the medical team feared the worst. "He's not moving," one doctor yelled, panic creeping into his voice. "We need to call for backup." Ziltra knelt beside Alex, her hands shaking. She could see that his breathing was shallow. They had expected to study a resilient human, but now it seemed they might lose him before they even had the chance. With a determined look, Ziltra pressed her hands to Alex's back, desperately trying to sense his condition. "Stay with us, Alex," she urged, her voice filled with urgency. Moments felt like hours as they worked to stabilize him. The hospital was in disarray, and the team scrambled to bring the room back to order. Ziltra's mind raced. How could this happen during such a routine examination? As they began to assess the extent of his injuries, Ziltra was shocked to see movement. Alex groaned softly, and his hand twitched. Against all odds, he was fighting to regain consciousness. The alien doctors exchanged looks of disbelief. "Is he alive?" one of them whispered. "Yes, but we need to help him now," Ziltra responded, her voice strong despite the chaos. As they worked frantically, Ziltra couldn't shake the feeling that this human was far from ordinary. He had faced death, yet there he was, fighting against all expectations. Little did they know, this was just the beginning of a journey that would change their understanding of humans forever. As the chaos settled, the soft glow of medical lights illuminated the room. The alien doctors worked quickly to stabilize Alex. Ziltra monitored his vitals, her heart pounding with anxiety. She felt a strange sense of responsibility for this human. He had come to them seeking help, and now he lay injured because of an accident in their facility. After a few tense moments, Alex opened his eyes. They were cloudy and unfocused at first, but then they gradually cleared. He blinked several times, trying to make sense of his surroundings. "Where am I?" he mumbled, his voice weak. "You are safe," Ziltra replied gently, relieved to see him conscious. "You had an accident, but we are here to help you." Alex attempted to sit up, but pain shot through his back, forcing him to lie down again. "I'm fine," he insisted, though his voice cracked slightly. "Just a little sore." The doctors exchanged glances, surprised by his resilience. Ziltra leaned closer, studying him with newfound admiration. "You should not try to move yet. Your injuries are serious. You were struck by a heavy machine." "I've had worse," Alex replied with a faint smile. "Trust me." Ziltra's curiosity piqued. She had heard stories about humans' toughness, but experiencing it firsthand was something entirely different. She couldn't help but wonder how much more he had endured in his life. As the team began to treat Alex, they found bruises and cuts on his body, but nothing appeared to be broken. Ziltra felt a mix of relief and fascination. How could someone survive such an impact? "Your body is remarkably resilient," Ziltra noted, making adjustments to the medical equipment. "You humans seem to withstand injuries that would incapacitate other species." "I guess we're just tough," Alex replied, trying to lighten the mood. "You should see some of the things we face back home." Intrigued, Ziltra pressed him for more stories. "What kinds of challenges do you encounter?" she asked, eager to learn about his experiences. Alex took a deep breath. "We have predators that hunt us, extreme weather that can freeze you alive, and diseases that can kill in days. But we adapt. We find ways to survive, even when the odds are against us." The alien doctors listened, captivated by his tales. Alex spoke about harsh winters in Earth's cold regions, where people often brave the elements to reach safety. He told them about encounters with wild animals and how people fought back to protect their homes. "This is fascinating," Ziltra said, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. "Your ability to adapt is truly remarkable. Do you have any other stories that illustrate your resilience?" Alex chuckled softly. "Well, there was that time I fell into a river during a storm. The current was strong, but I fought my way to the shore. I was exhausted, but I made it. I guess I'd learned to never give up." As he spoke, Ziltra and her team began to understand the essence of humanity. This man was not just a subject for their research. He was a living testament to survival against all odds. The room filled with a sense of camaraderie as the alien doctors started to see him as an ally rather than a mere patient. Meanwhile, news of the incident spread throughout the hospital. Other aliens gathered outside the treatment room, whispering about the human who had survived a terrible accident. They were both skeptical and intrigued. Many had long considered humans inferior, but Alex's resilience was changing that narrative. Ziltra stepped out to address the gathered crowd. "We must not underestimate humans," she said, her voice firm. "They possess strength and determination that we cannot overlook." Alex is a prime example of this. Some aliens nodded in agreement, while others still looked doubtful. The skepticism lingered, but curiosity was growing. Ziltra felt it was time to show them just how remarkable humans could be. Returning to Alex's side, she smiled. "We have more tests to run, but you've given us a lot to think about. Are you ready to continue?" Alex nodded, his spirit unbroken. "Let's do this. I'm curious about what you can do." With renewed energy, the alien doctors resumed their examination. As they worked, Ziltra couldn't shake the feeling that Alex was destined to change their perceptions of humanity. Little did they know, their encounter would ignite a spark of understanding that would bridge the gap between their species. With each passing moment, the alien doctors grew more fascinated by Alex. They began to realize that humans might be the key to unlocking new possibilities for interspecies cooperation. The journey was just beginning, and both Alex and the alien team were ready to explore the limits of their understanding. As days passed in the alien hospital, Alex's condition improved. Ziltra and the medical team worked tirelessly to ensure he healed properly. But it wasn't just the medical attention that fascinated them. It was Alex himself. The doctors were eager to learn more about the human resilience that seemed to defy their understanding of biology. One morning, Ziltra approached Alex with an idea. "We have a program that tests physical capabilities," she explained. "We would like to invite you to participate. It will help us understand more about human endurance and strength." Alex raised an eyebrow, intrigued but cautious. "What kind of tests are we talking about?" he asked, half expecting something outrageous. "It's simple exercises to measure your response to different conditions," Ziltra assured him. "We want to compare your results with other species we've studied." Feeling a mix of excitement and apprehension, Alex agreed. "All right, I'll give it a shot. Just remember, I'm still recovering." The next day, Alex was led to a spacious testing chamber filled with strange equipment and alien observers. The room was buzzing with anticipation. Various alien species, each unique in their physiology, were there to witness the human's performance. Ziltra stood by his side, encouraging him. "You're ready for this," she said, giving him a reassuring smile. "Just be yourself." The first test was a simple strength exercise, where Alex had to lift a weight that was adjusted based on the average strength of the aliens. To his surprise, he found the weights to be manageable, lifting them with ease. The alien observers looked astonished, whispering among themselves. As the tests continued, Alex faced different challenges: endurance trials, balance tests, and reflex assessments. He pushed through each one, surprising everyone with his ability to adapt quickly. Ziltra watched with pride, her admiration for Alex growing with every test he completed. However, the real challenge came with the final test, a simulated battle scenario. The goal was to test his reflexes and strategy against multiple opponents in a virtual arena. The simulation created lifelike conditions, with opponents appearing as various alien combatants. "Remember, this is just a simulation," Ziltra reminded him. "Use your instincts." Alex took a deep breath, focusing on the task at hand. The simulation began, and he found himself facing off against alien fighters. Despite the initial panic, he relied on his training and experience from Earth. He ducked and dodged, using the environment to his advantage. With each encounter, he felt the thrill of battle. He used quick thinking and instinct to outmaneuver the simulated opponents, and the crowd watched in awe as he fought fiercely. The alien spectators had never seen anything like it. They were used to their combat styles, which relied on technology and strength. But Alex's approach was different. It was raw, instinctive, and driven by survival. After the simulation ended, the room erupted in cheers. Ziltra rushed to Alex's side, excitement shining in her eyes. "You did it. You've shown us something we've never witnessed before." Breathless but exhilarated, Alex smiled. "I didn't think I could do it, but once I got into the zone, it felt natural." The alien doctors were buzzing with discussions about Alex's performance. They had expected him to struggle, yet he had outperformed their expectations. Ziltra saw the change in their attitudes. The mockery that had once defined their views of humanity was fading, replaced by respect and curiosity. "Your strength and adaptability are remarkable," one of the alien scientists said, shaking Alex's hand firmly. You have proven that humans are not to be underestimated." As the testing concluded, Ziltra felt a deep sense of satisfaction. They had learned a great deal from Alex, and she believed this was just the beginning. The barriers that separated their species were slowly starting to crumble. That evening, Ziltra and the team gathered to discuss their findings. "This is more than just data," Ziltra said, addressing her colleagues. "It's about understanding the spirit of humanity. They thrive in adversity, and their resilience can teach us so much." As the conversation continued, Alex sat quietly, feeling a sense of belonging he hadn't expected. He had come to this alien world as an outsider, but now he was seen as a bridge between species. Little did they know, this connection would lead to new alliances and a shift in intergalactic relations. With renewed determination, Ziltra and the doctors began to consider how they could use their new understanding of humanity to foster collaboration. Alex had opened their eyes, and they were eager to explore the possibilities ahead. The journey of discovery had just begun, and together, they would change the fate of their worlds. The days passed quickly in the alien hospital, and Alex felt more at home with each passing moment. The alien doctors were eager to share their knowledge, and Alex was just as eager to learn about their advanced technology and unique cultures. Ziltra became his guide, introducing him to different aspects of their society. One afternoon, Ziltra invited Alex to the main medical facility where the most advanced technology was kept. "You'll see how we heal and assist our patients," she said, her eyes sparkling with excitement. As they walked through the corridors, Alex marveled at the colorful lights and intricate designs of the alien architecture. Everything felt alive and vibrant. Ziltra pointed out various machines that looked like they belonged in a science fiction movie. They used energy beams to repair tissues, scanners that could analyze health conditions in seconds, and even capsules that could generate specialized medicines on demand. "This is incredible," Alex exclaimed, observing a device that seemed to hover in midair. "I've never seen anything like it on Earth." Ziltra smiled. "We take pride in our technology. It allows us to provide care that you might find unimaginable." She paused for a moment, a thoughtful expression crossing her face. "But there is much we can learn from you as well." Intrigued, Alex asked, "What do you mean?" "You humans have a unique approach to challenges. You adapt quickly, and your resilience in the face of adversity is admirable. It's something we've noticed during your tests," Ziltra explained. "Your ability to push through pain and fear can teach us about survival." Feeling the surge of pride, Alex replied, "Thanks, but I think that's just part of being human. We've had to fight for our survival for a long time." Ziltra nodded thoughtfully. "Perhaps we can create a program together, an exchange of knowledge. We could learn from your methods while sharing our advancements with you." Alex's heart raced at the thought. That would be amazing. Imagine what we could achieve together. As they continued their tour, they encountered a group of alien patients. Alex noticed how gentle the doctors were, treating each individual with respect and kindness. He realized that compassion was a universal language, transcending species and cultures. He felt inspired to contribute to this mission. That evening, after a long day of exploration, Ziltra and Alex sat together in a quiet corner of the hospital. The stars twinkled outside the windows, and the mood was calm. "Ziltra," Alex began hesitantly, "I was thinking, what if we could organize a friendly competition between our species? Something that showcases our strengths and allows us to learn from each other." Ziltra's eyes widened with excitement. "That's a fantastic idea. A competition could strengthen our bonds and help dispel any lingering doubts about our capabilities." They began brainstorming ideas for events that combined elements from both cultures. "We could have endurance challenges, strategy games, and even cultural showcases," Alex suggested. "I love that. We could also incorporate our sports," Ziltra added enthusiastically. "It would be a way to demonstrate our strengths while having fun." As they finalized their plans, the hospital buzzed with excitement. News of the upcoming competition spread quickly among the medical staff and patients. Everyone was eager to participate, from athletes to scientists. The prospect of learning about humanity and showcasing their own abilities brought the alien community together in a way they hadn't expected. Over the next few weeks, Alex and Ziltra worked tirelessly to prepare for the event. They set up training sessions for the alien participants, allowing them to experience human sports and techniques. Meanwhile, Alex learned about the unique sports of the aliens, which often involved coordination and agility rather than raw strength. As the competition day approached, the atmosphere was electric. Flags of both species were displayed throughout the hospital, symbolizing unity. Alien participants were eager to learn human strategies, while Alex trained hard to understand the alien methods. Finally, the day arrived. The competition was held in a vast arena, buzzing with excitement and anticipation. Spectators from various species gathered, eager to witness the event. Alex felt a mix of nerves and excitement as he stood at the starting line next to Ziltra, who beamed with pride. "Let's show them what we can do," she said, clapping him on the shoulder. The competition kicked off with a series of games that showcased strength, agility, and strategy. As the day unfolded, it became clear that this was more than just a contest. It was a celebration of cultures and camaraderie. The alien spectators cheered loudly, witnessing the endurance and skill of both humans and aliens. In one of the final events, Alex found himself in a team challenge against some of the best alien athletes. It was a grueling test of strength and strategy, requiring teamwork and quick thinking. Alex relied on the instincts he had developed during his tests, while the aliens impressed him with their coordination and agility. When the dust settled, it was a close contest. As the judges announced the results, the crowd held its breath. It didn't matter who won. The true victory was the bond formed between the two species. They had shared laughter, struggles, and triumphs. In the end, the competition was declared a tie, and both teams celebrated together, acknowledging each other's strengths. Alex felt an overwhelming sense of accomplishment. The event had not only brought them closer, but had also shattered preconceived notions about what it meant to be strong. As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the arena, Alex knew this was just the beginning. They were now united in a way that transcended their differences. Together, they could build a future filled with understanding and respect. A future where humans and aliens could stand side by side, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The competition had been a resounding success, igniting a spark of camaraderie between humans and aliens. As the days turned into weeks, the energy in the alien hospital shifted. Gone were the days of mistrust and skepticism. Now, a new alliance was forming. Alex felt invigorated by the friendships he had built with the alien doctors and patients. They shared stories of their worlds, their struggles, and their hopes. Each exchange opened Alex's eyes to the vastness of the universe and the beauty of diversity. One afternoon, as Alex was recovering from a training session, Ziltra approached him, her eyes gleaming with excitement. "We've been discussing how to strengthen our alliance further," she said. "We believe that it's time to take this cooperation beyond sports." Intrigued, Alex replied, "What do you have in mind?" "We want to establish an intergalactic council," Ziltra explained. "A governing body where representatives from each species can come together to address challenges, share knowledge, and foster peace across the galaxy." Alex was taken aback. "That's a huge step. How do you plan to implement it?" Ziltra smiled. "We'll need to gather representatives from various species. We can start with our allies and those who participated in the competition. Together, we can draft a charter that outlines our goals and responsibilities." The idea excited Alex. "I'd be honored to help with that. If we can bring our worlds together, think of all we can achieve." With renewed energy, Alex and Ziltra began reaching out to other species. They sent messages to their allies, inviting them to join the formation of the Intergalactic Council. As word spread, many responded positively, eager to join in this historic endeavor. Over the next few weeks, the hospital became a hub of diplomatic activity. Delegates from various planets arrived, each bringing their unique cultures and ideas. The atmosphere was electric, filled with anticipation and curiosity. Alex found himself immersed in discussions, learning about the issues facing different species. There were those struggling with resource scarcity, while others dealt with conflicts within their own ranks. Each story revealed a shared struggle, one that resonated deeply with Alex. During one meeting, representatives from a technologically advanced species, the Zephyrians, expressed concerns about a looming threat. "We have received reports of marauding factions targeting vulnerable planets," their leader warned. "If we do not unite, we risk losing everything we hold dear." The room fell silent. The gravity of the situation settled over the delegates like a thick fog. Alex felt the weight of their words. "We need to act," he urged. "If we stand together, we can confront this threat and protect our worlds." Ziltra nodded in agreement. "The strength of our alliance lies in our unity. We must form a task force that includes representatives from each species to respond to this threat." Inspired by Alex's resolve, the delegates began brainstorming solutions. They shared strategies, technological advancements, and resources, creating a comprehensive plan to tackle the marauding factions. As they worked late into the night, the spirit of collaboration flourished. Ideas flowed freely, and laughter filled the room. Alex felt a sense of purpose he had never known before. He was no longer just an outsider. He was a vital part of a greater mission. Days turned into weeks as the council formalized its structure. They drafted the charter, emphasizing cooperation, mutual respect, and the importance of protecting one another. Each species would have an equal voice, ensuring that no one would be marginalized. As the first meeting of the Intergalactic Council approached, excitement filled the air. Delegates from dozens of planets gathered, each bringing their unique perspectives. Alex felt a mix of nervousness and pride as he stood before them. "Welcome, everyone," he began, his voice steady. "Today marks the beginning of a new chapter in our history. We are no longer just isolated species. We are allies united in a common cause." The delegates applauded, and the atmosphere shifted. It was a moment of hope and determination, a shared commitment to protect their worlds and forge a brighter future. As discussions unfolded, the council addressed various issues, including resource management, defense strategies, and cultural exchanges. Alex marveled at the diverse ideas presented, realizing that their differences were their greatest strengths. Suddenly, a transmission interrupted the meeting. The screen flickered to life, revealing a distress signal from a nearby planet. Panic rippled through the council as they listened to the desperate plea for help. Alex's heart raced. "This is our chance to prove ourselves," he exclaimed. "We can send a task force to assist them. If we work together, we can save lives." The delegates exchanged determined glances. One by one, they voiced their support, and the atmosphere transformed from uncertainty to resolve. With the council united, they quickly organized a response team composed of representatives from each species. They coordinated resources, ships, and medical aid, ready to confront the threat and provide assistance. As Alex prepared to board the ship with the task force, he glanced at Ziltra. "I can't believe we've come this far," he said, a mix of excitement and anxiety swirling in his chest. Ziltra smiled, her expression filled with pride. "Together, we are stronger than we could have ever imagined. Let's show the galaxy what we can accomplish." With that, they launched into the unknown, ready to face whatever challenges awaited them. United in purpose and driven by hope, they would prove that alliances could transcend differences and create a force powerful enough to change the course of their destinies.